Happy Friday, everybody. My name is Chris Murphy. With me is Joe Whitlock from the Murphy Whitlock Group. We do these videos every Friday, and we're back.
Just an FYI, I leave tomorrow, so it's Thursday. Just an
Oh, that's
FYI. But yeah,
thank you,
yeah.
Joe. Thank you. Yeah, it is Thursday. All right, I got a bunch of stuff I'm gonna go flying through here real quick, Joe, so we can get everybody rocking and rolling. Government's back open. That happened last night. Officially, the president signed that. We should
Only
be
43 days. Wow.
43 days, longest ever in longest history.
Yep.
We should be getting the September and October jobs numbers, but for some reason, we're not going to get the unemployment for October. There's a lot of stuff in the news right now going. Apparently, they lost that information. I have no idea what that means, but my guess is it's going to come in weeks, so it'll be interesting. We had ADP, which is like the private payroll sector. They came out a couple of days ago saying on average they lost about 11,250 jobs each week in October. So that was a weak number. These weak data points that we missed are going to help mortgage rates. You know what I'm saying? Like this. So hopefully these comes out. And with that being said, we're going to see the conventional have a little 5 handle on it here in a few minutes. But mortgage apps, Joe, up 6% in the last week and up 31% year over year. Purchase apps.
Is that just purchase or is that refi too?
It's just purchase. The refis are up as well.
Okay.
I actually think the refis up are a lot more just because it was such a low level.
Yep. Okay.
So anyways, that's just some numbers on the macro. Some other things going on. The 50-year mortgage, that's all over the news. We don't need to get into that. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's just kind of a nice headline. But yeah, the 50-year mortgage was floated out there. We have no credit minimums coming out. They get rid of the 620. And the latest and greatest is portable loans. And I asked you if you knew what a portable loan was, and it's different than an assumable loan. So a VA, FHA, you can assume those loans. A portable loan is you take your loan with you. So and what was the question you asked when I asked?
Well, I just have so many questions. Okay, so if I have a $300,000 mortgage and I go buy an $800,000 house, I transfer my $300K mortgage over. What happens to the other 500? Are they saying you have to bring that in, or are they second loan, or? And then with no credit scores, like, let me see how this works.
I have no idea.
50-year mortgages, like 50-year, it's going to sound good on paper, right? Because the payment is going to be a lot less.
Do you know how little you're going to pay off?
You're never going to own the home. I don't know.
It's ridiculous. Like, you know how much principal you're going to pay off on that mortgage in the first 5 to 7? Like, nothing.
Oh, you see the 30-year bell curve. What's a 50-year look like?
I know.
And that's what it is. It's basically a money feeder for a bank. Like, don't jump into the 50-year model, people.
Yeah, don't do 50-year. I don't think it's coming. But the portable is crazy.
That's crazy.
You just take how does that work on the bank side? Like, I was researching it, and they're thinking, like, there's going to be obviously fees associated with that because the bank is now taking on more risk. Or they're like, hey, we got to keep this 2.5%. We'd rather have a 6%. We can make more interest. I don't know. There's a million questions, but those are the headlines that are floating out there. And obviously, if anything actually, comes of any of this, we'll let you know. But those were the biggie.
Because in our world, when we lock a loan, it has to be for a specific address, a specific property.
Right.
So for that to change and not the loan change, and you just keep it going forward, there's a lot of moving parts there, and obviously they're just floating it. But I can't wait to see the logistics of how that would work.
The people that bought homes and or refinanced and have like sub 3% mortgages for the rest of their life, they can just move and just take it with them.
Yeah. I mean, hey, everybody's married to their mortgage, so that would solve that problem. But how in the heck did it work? How does it work?
I have no idea. All right, let's get to rates. And just a reminder, when we do our rates, these are primary residence. About $550, $500,000 purchase price loan amounts with great credit. And Joe, I'll let you start, but look at that. A little 5.
All right, I see some 5s in front of it. As Murph said, these are averages, not quotes. The regular 5% down, 30-year fixed, not being a first-time home buyer or over the income limits is at 599.
Okay.
And actually, if you're under the 100% AMI, you're 599, and under the 80%, you're at 5875. So what we're trying to illustrate here is all of the purchases for a primary with good credit could potentially have a 5 in front of it today.
Cool. I love it.
You also have the 15-year at 5.375, which a 15-year fixed is hard to swallow the payment, but the 15-year, the way the 15-year note works, you're paying so much less interest. It's such a good loan if that's the end game, right? We both want to get into a 15-year at some point. So
you know what's crazy too is on that 50-year mortgage chatter all week long when people are running numbers, they're using the same interest rate for like the 30-year, the 50-year. I'm like, whoa. They're not gonna have the same rate. Just like the 15-year and the 30-year.
Get a lower rate on the 50-year, but
50-year is going to be a higher rate than the 30-year.
Or 50-year is going to be a higher rate. Yes, right.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
VA loan at 5.625 and FHA at 5.5. So government's in the mid fives. If you were doing an investment purchase with 20% down, that rate's up to 675. But if you do 25% down, you're near the 6.375 mark. If you do we already talked the jumbo 6.25.
Yep.
That's assuming a 1.5 million purchase, 20% down, good credit, good liquid reserves. Those are the purchase rates. Now the refinance rates. A rate and term refinance, meaning no cash out, not paying off debt besides the current mortgage. It's going to 70% loan to value. You're at 599. So rate and term to 70%, you're in the fives.
Nice.
A primary, on 80%, you're going to 6.25. If you do a cash out refi to 70%, you're at 6.125. If you do a cash out to 80% on a primary, you're at 6.49. If you do a cash out refi on an investment property to 70% loan to value, 6.375. Or if you want to go to the max to 75, you add another quarter, 6.625.
Okay.
Happy National World Kindness Day. That's a good one.
We need more kindness in this world. I like that, Joe.
We do.
That's a great day.
There's a lot of bad stuff going on. And then another one that just hits my heart. Happy National Split Pea Soup Week. Nobody likes split pea soup anymore, and it is the best, Murph.
What, do you really like split pea soup?
I do. I'm telling you, I'm one of the only people left that like split pea soup, and it is phenomenal.
Peas are disgusting.
No, green beans are disgusting. All right. Happy 58th birthday to Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel's 58.
Wow. Okay.
And, I used to watch her growing up. Happy 70th birthday to Whoopi Goldberg.
Wow.
Color Purple, Ghost. She was the Lion King, right? All this stuff. Yeah.
Just throw out knowledge. I'm going to throw out a little 50th birthday to Frank the Tank from Barstool Sports. He's on a big health journey, so a little shout out to Frank the Tank from Barstool.
Happy 50th. Frank the Tank. I like it.
Joe, reason we're doing this is because you're heading off to California tomorrow.
Yep.
Have a great time. Enjoy the football game at SoFi Stadium on Sunday. I can't wait to hear all about that. That's going to be awesome.
I will, and we'll do this next week, and I'll be in California, so we'll knock it out.
By the way, I think we have the same temperatures as California the next couple of days.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's in the low mid 60s in San Diego for sure. So
we're supposed to hit 80 today in Colorado.
I don't think it's supposed to be 80 when I'm there, but I hope so.
No, here in Colorado it's supposed to be 80. All right. Well, hey, Joe, have a great time. We'll see everybody next Friday.
Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.